Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the Amusement Park. And this is a very interesting story for this film. And this film is from George Romero and is coming out on Shudder in 2021. You probably wonder, how's that possible? This film was recorded and filmed and put together with financing from a Lutheran group on age discrimination and ageism and violence against the elderly, and they got George Romero to film it, and it runs at like 53 minutes or so, and they were so appalled by his film that they decided, no, you'll never see this. And now in 2021 we finally get to see this film released. And it was such an interesting experience getting the screener from Shudder and being able to sit and watch this film written by Wally Cook, directed by George A. Romero, and starring Lincoln Maisel. And this film focuses on, you have Maisel walking through an empty amusement park. He's doing his best, like, Alfred Hitchcock kind of, like, walking through, explaining what you're going to see. It feels very old school in that way and really sets the stage for you. And what you feel like you're getting yourself into is a Twilight Zone episode. I was waiting for him to just be like, and he entered that amusement park and opened the door to the Twilight Zone. I was just waiting for something like that to happen because, like, this film is not even an hour, but it feels like an hour-long episode of The Twilight Zone. And you start off with this white room and Maisel sitting in a chair, cut open, bloodied, dirtied white suit. He looks like Colonel Sanders, honestly. And all of a sudden, this, like, clean, healthy, preserved, energy-filled version of himself is, like, confronting him. It's like, what are you doing? We have to go outside. And he's just like, there's nothing out there for you. And he opens a door and he walks into this amusement park, and he's walking around the amusement park. There's an ambiance with the synth music. You have the carnival music playing, this atmosphere, and he's loving life. He's walking around. He's enjoying the day. There's some great moments of him on a coaster, great camera work on the roller coaster. And then all of a sudden weird things start happening. Like a coffin shows up, you start seeing a figure with a scythe and a mask on. Like, weird bumper car accident, like a fancy feast in the middle, and you start having, like, him trying to communicate with these kids and some guy calling him, like, basically a creeper. What are you, a degenerate? And everyone starts treating the elderly in this place so horribly. And it's so great because Maisel plays this so well. You see him slowly breaking down over time, all the way up to the climax of this film from a narrative standpoint. All of a sudden, like this, I don't want to give it away, so I'm not going to get into it, but it's a strange, eerie, empty amusement park sequence that really brings this to a head. And he has this tender moment with a child, and it's just ripped right out from under him. And that's rock bottom, and he's breaking down, and you feel the emotions. And this film comes full circle. You can guess where. I won't get into it. But it feels so simple and so weird, and, like, even some of the sequences are confusing and a little bit meandering, even for a 54-minute film. But the emotional poignancy and the message hammer home so hard at the end of this film. You just have that gut check, and Romero really knows how to nail that ending. Think Night of the Living Dead. Bam! There it is. This kind of ending. And then it ends on, like, a little bit of cheesy note of Maisel back, like, at the beginning of the film doing, like, his Hitchcock or Rod Starling or Jordan Peele kind of thing, where he's just doing his monologuing, and then it's basically like, PSA for elder abuse and ageism, call somebody. And it's a little cheesy, a little forced, but as a narrative, as an experience, as an allegory, this is so powerful and an interesting ride, to say the least, at the amusement park. I really enjoyed this. There's definitely, it's like, this isn't something that's like a masterpiece. It has its flaws, it's very grainy, it's very low budget, but for what it's trying to accomplish, it really nails it. And even if it's a little cheesy now watching in 2021, I still think it has the emotional poignancy and the thematic heft for it to still work. And I really enjoyed it. But those are my thoughts on the amusement park. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.